Pokémon VGC Autumn Series Premier Challenge in Malaysia at Impulse Gaming Sunway branch. My name is Sunny and joining me is...
I'm Aklis and we'll be your commentators today for the finals of this Premier Challenge itself. So, Sunny, who'll be in the finals today?
Today's finals is Ismat as seen in the previous semi-finals and...
against Wahidi Bukri, who beat Stephen Tan in the semi-finals to make it here in the finals itself.
Both of these players actually defeated me in the Premier in the Swiss rounds earlier today. So
if you're saying if you beat them, you would have been the champion instead?
No, I'm not saying that. It's just that they are very capable. They are both really capable players.
Wahidi himself being a bit of a dark horse in this tournament in comparison to Ismat, who is a considerable regular.
Yes, but we shouldn't count Wahidi out because Wahidi does appear here and there in
various tournaments and has quite the track record as well.
Yeah, he has considerably good placing, just not top 4 or finals or winning anything yet.
Alright, either way, we're going straight into the team preview. So, what did you prevent about Ismat first?
Alright, so Ismat is carrying his Ninetales, Garchomp, Tapulele, Arcanine, Mandibuzz, and no Zekitri as mentioned earlier due to a team sheet error.
And for Wahidi, he's carrying Lucario, Oranguru, Machamp, Lurentis, Mudsdale, and Torkoal. So, a very hard TR team, but something very interesting because I am really keen on seeing that Machamp pull it through.
Yes, Wahidi is bringing a hard Trick Room team against
a hard Tailwind team.
Well, yeah, a Mandibuzz team that has a Tailwind option.
Now, and I don't know if it can. I don't think it'll be able to stop the Oranguru from getting a Trick Room up.
Yes, but we shall see as we start the first game of the finals.
So here we have with Ismat leading up with the Tapulele Garchomp lead.
And Lucario Oranguru on Wahidi's side.
So I don't think Lucario has Fake Out, right? No, it doesn't.
Lucario doesn't carry Fake Out, unfortunately.
But what it does carry is Follow Me, and that is something that it can be used.
Yes, but you know, this Lucario may be... because I have fought this Lucario earlier and I could say that it's a very interesting Lucario to say the least, but let's see what it does right now. Lele switching out to Arcanine, probably to intimidate the Lucario right there.
I think he just wants to sack the Lucario for now, so he should go for a Follow Me this turn, I suppose. Yep.
And the Lucario does go for the Follow Me.
So if Ismat goes for a Tectonic Z, Tectonic Rage, yep, it will be going into the Lucario as well, which I think he was willing to sack in the first place.
Yeah, I mean Lucario is not really a very bulky Pokemon. So I think the Lucario is just to fulfill the role of doing the Follow Me and then just get sacked.
That's right.
So that Oranguru can go for the Trick Room, since most of Wahidi's Pokemon are Trick Room Pokemons.
Yeah, he is playing very hard Trick Room and he ensures that his Trick Room does go up.
And we see the Trick Room right there. That Oranguru has set up the Trick Room.
Now the question is whether why will bring in Torkoal instead, which fair call.
Yeah, so it brings out the Sun and you know a possible Eruption Instruct play.
But do remember that both Pokemon on Ismat's side does resist the Eruption from the Torkoal, so I'm not too sure on what Wahidi is trying to pull off here.
But it still will do quite a decent amount of damage. As we see the Eruption from the Torkoal coming out, it did more than 50%
Garchomp. Oh, with the crit.
It's a critical hit.
Okay, with the crit then, yeah, it makes more sense. I don't think the next Eruption will pick up the KO onto the Garchomp, so this will allow it to go for an Earthquake, I suppose.
Yep, and it hangs
only
on 6 hit points. A Snarl coming out, lowering both the special attack of Oranguru and Torkoal, which...
So I think a Rock Slide from Garchomp here would be very, very beneficial.
Yep, and he does go for the Rock Slide play. So 2 spread attacks coming up from Ismat's side against 2 Eruptions coming up from Wahidi's side.
And I'm not too sure on whether Wahidi has the upper hand in this case.
But the Garchomp is severely weakened right now.
True, and I suppose what you can do is going for a Protect instead. So the Torkoal not switching out at all, going for another Eruption even after the damage and the Snarl drop.
Yeah, but how much damage is it going to do to Arcanine this time?
It might just activate its berry, honestly.
It's not going to do some, if not very effective damage right there. And another Instruct coming out, and It's gonna go for another eruption right here. Also, not going to be doing a lot of damage to the
and I'm pretty sure it just activates the berry from now.
No berry.
No berry, but now a Flare Blitz itself will just maybe it'll kill itself though.
It's a Sun boosted Flare Blitz onto the Oranguru, but
Not enough.
picking up the KO.
Not enough to pick up the KO as well, and no
Not
berry.
enough to pick up the KO onto the Arcanine.
So here's the eruption to pick up the KO, I suppose.
Yes, an eruption from the Taco will pick up the KO on a 8 hit point Arcanine and a 6 hit point Garchomp. So I think it's high time for Ismat to switch off his Pokemon unless he wants to sack either of the Pokemons on his side of the field.
The question is because what Pokemon is Wahidi carrying at the back here?
Yes, that is true.
Going for eruption to get rid of both Pokemon out.
So we can see that Ismat is going to sack both his Garchomp and Arcanine, which means that he has only a few more options left. 3 Pokemon because
I think he had the Mandibuzz? No,
he had the Lele.
He had the Lele in front, yeah.
So it's either Lele accompanied by Mandibuzz or Lele accompanied by a Ninetales.
I think Lele and probably Mandibuzz instead, because there's no use for his Mandibuzz to be here.
Yes, and we still see a Ninetales to change the weather up a bit. So no Sun boosted eruption this time around.
That is true, but the eruption's still gonna hurt regardless. And I think with an Instruct, it's still more than enough to pick up the KO.
Yes, because right now Ismat's Pokemon is still slower under Trick Room. But I think if Ismat is able to knock out the Oranguru before it goes for another Trick Room, as Trick Room is right now is about to expire soon, then Ismat may have the upper hand when the Oranguru is knocked out.
Probably.
Yeah, because Wahidi is doing a lot of destruction.
Going for a flamethrower instead into the
Ninetales.
Oh, okay.
But it's now
Going for another Instruct. Well, he's just gonna pick up the KO on Ninetales now. I suppose Isma would have really favored if he had his Circuitry.
Yeah, that is true. And the Ninetales is gonna be knocked out by the flamethrower.
A bit unfortunate there, honestly.
So what is Lele gonna do? It's just gonna go for a Psychic onto.
Yeah, since
Taco.
he can pick up the KO on the Oranguru the next turn. But the question is, what does he have at the back? I assume it's Mudsdale.
Yes, but there is one unfortunate thing. If I'm not mistaken, the Psychic terrain may just disappear, and it does.
Yeah, so the Psychic does not get the boost from the damage anymore.
Yes. And
But the next Hail turn will be more than enough. Oh, it's a Mudsdale, so a Heavy Slam should be enough. If it does carry Heavy Slam, it should be enough.
Yeah.
Because generally, Mudsdales are Assault Vest. They carry high horsepower, Rock Slide probably, Heavy Slam, and some other move.
Yes, that's true. And we see a forfeit.
Forfeit here because he probably doesn't want to reveal any more information to
Yes,
Wahidi
and we see Wahidi winning the first game as Ismat forfeits.
by simply spamming eruptions apparently.
But that is not just simply spamming, it was a well-timed spam of eruptions.
That is right, he made sure Trick Room was up and he made sure that he could launch off eruptions at full power.
So right now, Ismat 5 Pokemon against Wahidi 6 and 1 game down. How is he going to make his adjustments for the next game? I wonder. Because I think
It's a bit hard for Isman honestly because like as long as he allows the Torkoal to live and he sacks his own Pokemon in return, he is not going to get any mileage from it.
at the same time, the Oranguru though.
Yeah, the Oranguru. I think like he can definitely not prevent Trick Room from going up, but he has to be able to abuse Trick Room. Well, no, he's got to be able to abuse his more defensive typing, honestly.
Yeah.
Since you can see there's like 2 fighting types on Wahidi's side.
Now we go back to team preview once more. With again, we shall remind you that Ismail is bringing Ninetales, Garchomp, Lele, Arcanine, and Mandibuzz. Can't bring that Zakijui though. And Wahidi, oh well, we see both of them are already ready to the second game of the finals.
I'm still keen on seeing the Machamp go in field, but I don't think it will as long as the Tapu Lele is up. And
Yeah.
especially with Ninetales and Arcanine, I don't think we'll be seeing the champion arms.
Yep, and we see Lele, Garchomp lead from Ismat and Lucario Oranguru lead
probably going for spread moves instead.
So this is a similar lead compared to the previous game, right? I mean,
That's true. Now the only thing is whether or not.
Lucario is going to go for the same follow me play.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it to go, but whether a Dazzling Gleam and Earthquake combo picks up the KO. No, actually going for, I think, Arcanine again. Okay.
Intimidating,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, fair enough, fair call.
But what is the Garchomp going to go for this time around?
Ooh, revealing final gambit here. Going to the Arcanine, does it pick up the KO? No, it's not enough. Having only 177 HP, it would have picked it up on the Lele, but not enough. And here, oh
We
no.
saw a Tectonic Rage coming from the Garchomp.
So Ismat actually has called it. He should have gone for a follow me instead.
Yeah.
Wahidi.
Should Wahidi make the same play he did the previous turn? I think everything will go according to plan.
Yeah, Keikakudori as they say.
But now attack Rage coming into the Orange group. But is it able to pick up the KO?
Not enough. Trick Room is still going up. And we'll be seeing.
I think a Toko will come out once more.
Yeah, Eruption Spam again.
Yes, a well-timed eruption spam. But this time, I believe Ismat has made slight adjustments, and I think that this turn 2 may turn out to be different compared to the previous game.
Slightly different, but here's the thing. If Arcanine does have Protect, then he can possibly stall out, because what happens is this: if he goes for an Eruption this turn with an Instruct, it KOs Arcanine, then it does single target damage on the Garchomp, which is going to hurt.
Oh yeah, because the Arcanine in the previous game was at full health, but this Arcanine is only 20%.
Correct, but
Only
instead
20
chooses to
HP.
switch out into the Ninetales to reduce damage with the Hail, which is pretty smart.
Pretty smart, but the eruption is still going to hurt the Ninetales.
I think he's more willing to sack Ninetales and reset the weather rather than
I think reducing the damage Garchomp is taking
is much more important.
yes. And we do see a crit, but a focus sash activated onto the Ninetales.
As we had expected.
Not really, because Isma is running a Sam Pandaris team, but we see that since that the focus sash is there, so it is perhaps a different.
It's a more consistent item, in my
Yeah.
opinion, for it. So here Garchomp still ready to run free with an Earthquake, I assume.
Yes, and this Garchomp is somewhat healthy, above 50%,
And it really depends on what Pokemon he has at the back. Doing more than 50% to the Torkoal.
and now the Orang Guru has
So now I
been-
would say a Mudsteel comes in again, and with the Intimidate, it's going to not look good for both sides, I would say.
Yeah, but I think the major difference this time around is that the Orang Guru is knocked out really early.
Yeah.
So no more
Without being able to freely go for Instructs.
yes, so no instruction shenanigans coming on to Wahidi's side. But a Mudsdale coming out from Wahidi's side and Arcanine coming out from Isma's side, going for the Intimidate onto the Mudsdale.
So now the question is whether or not the Torkoal has any variable moves that will be able to pick up the Garchomp.
Yeah,
I think it's more important for it to pick up the KO on the Garchomp this turn rather than the
yes,
Arcanine.
I think thinking of the Garchomp is a top priority, because as you can see, Wahidi has only 2 Pokemon left, so he has to prioritize. And we see a Flamethrower coming out onto the Arcanine sword, but does it pick up the KO though?
It should be able to
It
anyways,
does pick up
because
the KO.
the damage isn't reduced by its HP drop. Going for
And
a high, does this pick up the KO down? This is the real question. With Intimidate, I do not think so.
And the Rough Skin is going to do a bit of damage onto the Mudsdale.
Going for another Earthquake here. Like I
So-
said, it was more important for him to pick up the KO on the Garchomp, in my opinion.
And Mudsdale is still sitting a bit healthy, but the Torkoal is being knocked out.
Just remember that he has a Lele at the back, and once Trick Room is over, he can freely go for a Psychic and pick up the KO on the Mudsdale.
That is true. And Mudsdale and Garchomp are both damaged by KO slowly. This was a very interesting turn of events this time around.
Yeah, here probably Wahidi was revealing the ace up his sleeve, but unfortunately for him, Ismat really didn't fall for it.
Yeah, Isma knew that it was going to happen. So we have a full health Lele and a low health Garchomp against a Mudsdale.
Yeah, even as long as Trick Room is up, he should still be able to win, honestly.
Yeah, but
But Trick Room, I think, is the last turn for it? Or the second last turn?
oh, and we do see
Revealing the Groundium
Z.
Z, probably into the Tapu Lele, but I don't think he'll pick up the KO after the Intimidate.
Yes, but the Tapu Lele is not protecting, so it might.
Yeah, it is full power, but the Intimidate though,
Yes,
this
the
could make the whole difference.
Yes, so let's see, does the Intimidate matters this time? And it
And it does not pick up the KO.
does matter.
Thanks to the Intimidate.
And the Psychic is gonna pick up the KO onto the Mudsteel.
So now we were going into 1-1 for the final game, for the finals of the first Autumn Series Premier Challenge here in Malaysia.
You know what's interesting? This is the first time in the stream where we are commentating that it is.
And it's not a 2-0, right?
Yeah, it's not a convincing 2-0 this time around. So Ismat, despite of having only 5 Pokemon, is able to clinch up and win the second game. And now they go.
Technically, I feel like Wahidi should just go for Follow Me anyway. It's the safest play, and it's there's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe Wahidi has other things in mind. Because Pokemon is sometimes not just about the matchups; it's also about the mind games. And I think the mind games in mind game wise, perhaps Ismat has the slight upper hand in the second game.
True, because by not falling for the final gambit gimmick, he shows that that he's more wary of Wahidi's moves.
Yes. And we now are in the final game with Ismat locking his Pokemon, both locking their team very fast. That's very interesting.
I guess they already know. I mean, like for Wahidi, he definitely knows what he wants to do.
Yeah, I honestly think that I think these games all bow down to how well they do in the first turn.
Yeah, the first turn will dictate on how it works, and like we say, Ismat probably cannot stop. But what the hell is it called again?
A Trick Room?
Cannot stop a Trick Room from coming up.
Again, same leads. Lele and
Just go
Garchomp
for a
on
Follow
Ismat's
Me.
side, and
Because if he can survive a Tectonic Rage, then well, he can survive an Earthquake.
yeah, that is true. So let's see what this match is gonna be.
Then again, a Psychic will possibly pick up the KO on the loop. Nah, doesn't matter.
No,
Yeah, see, same thing again. Arcanine switching into Arcanine.
switching into Arcanine. Oh wow, this is gonna be almost a similar thing happening.
Same thing happening for 3 games in a row.
And Garchomp goes for the Protect this time. Okay.
Interesting. Trick Room still goes up though.
Lucario going for the Follow Me. Oh, this is interesting because you see right now with the Garchomp protecting and the Lucario is using Follow Me, the Lucario isn't knocked out.
Yeah, because now there's no free switching.
Yes, there's no space switching into that.
However, it may not be a good thing as well, since now if he switches out into, let's say, Mudsdale. Oh no, still going for a Follow Me. Okay.
Lucario still going for the Follow Me. I think Lucario really wants to get knocked out and get the free switch in. Right, Noran going for the
foul
foul
play
play.
into the Arcanine, dealing 35%, 40.
Yes, it's a healthy amount of damage, and Flavius going to the Lucario, picking up the KO right there. And what is the Garchomp gonna do?
Ismat here being a bit surprised, probably he did not expect.
Oh, and we see a Swords Dance coming from the Garchomp.
Maybe he expected the Lucario to be focus sashed, and now because he gives him a free switch into whatever he has at the back, which is probably the Torkoal.
Yes, it's Torkoal time.
He goes like, choo choo, I'm here, train.
Yes,
The train's here.
the steam engine is running as the steam coming from
Steam
top.
engine's running full speed.
Yes, under Trick Room.
Yeah, ironically.
Yes, ironically. So right now, there's a +2 Garchomp which is definitely threatening Wahidi, and a possible 9-kills at the back of Ismat's team.
That's true, probably Ninetales, but yeah, he could possibly do that. He could probably just switch into. Oh, actually no. So
Just
the
going
big choo-choo train going for one, and here we go. The conductor Oranguru instructing it once more.
Yes, instructing the Torkoal to go choo-choo again. Another eruption coming up for Torkoal, going to pick up the KO onto the
Getting a
Arcanine.
critical hit on the Garchomp, I think.
No, it's not critical
Are you
hit.
sure? Okay, probably. Yeah, it's not critical hit.
And now a Z move coming.
Should have gone an Earthquake, I would say. An Earthquake would have been better. Because you can hit both Pokemon.
Yeah, an Earthquake would be better.
Is he scared of something? What's he scared of?
I don't know, but if he's going for Attack Ridge, is he going to pick up the KO onto the Oranguru? Yes, he is.
He's probably afraid of Oranguru.
Yes, he's really afraid of the conductor.
Yeah, man. It's like, without a conductor, your train goes nowhere.
So now, Oranguru is knocked out. No more Trick Rooms being set up, and Wahidi down to only 2 Pokemon, which is his Oranguru and his
Apparently, Mudsdale. Yeah, with Arcanine out and Trick Room still up.
Now,
okay.
Lele is back. So, right now, it's Lele, Garchomp versus Toko and Mudsdale. So
Yeah, and if he has Ninetales at the back, he just switches the weather freely.
that is true, and the Garchomp is still threatening both of them if Wahidi doesn't knock it out.
So I think here he's trying to stall out stall out Trick Room.
Yeah, Lele is protecting there. Yes, Garchomp is also protecting there. And Toko is just gonna erupt, but to a protected Lele and a protected Garchomp.
Yeah, Trick Room.
Mudsdale is going for the Slee move.
He's not gonna take any chances probably.
Yeah, but what is he targeting though?
Hopefully into the Garchomp.
Hopefully into the Garchomp, but very likely into the Lele.
Very likely, but I think he could have gone for a heavy slam anyways and picked up the KO since there's no.
Oh, but he goes for the Garchomp!
Yeah, he does not want it to be able to wreak havoc anymore. So this is just insurance to make sure that it does not go down!
Doesn't go down! Oh!
Unfortunately, being buried is something Garchomp does every day.
Yes, protecting and buried, and Tag Ray didn't hurt it. Oh wow, that is interesting. The Garchomp is gonna switch out onto
the Ninetales, of course, yeah.
Bringing the snow in.
But now another eruption is still gonna pick up tons of damage anyways.
Yes,
well,
but I
it.
do believe we are closing in on the last few turns of Trick Room. I think this is the last turn of Trick Room.
I think as long as he...
Critical on the Lele. Oh, I think that mattered.
Going for a heavy slam, yeah,
onto
into
the Lele. The Lele did not do anything in this turn.
Yep. Ooh, Wahidi here seems to be able to win. He could be able to clinch it.
Yes, I think that critical
As
hit,
long as he manages to get one attack off, he should be able to win.
yes, that critical hit really mattered. And right now,
Actually, no, the heavy slam would have picked up the KO anyways.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right.
But now an eruption from it doesn't really matter since
right now, Isma is in a very bad position because the hail could knock out his own Garchomp.
correct, and as long as he keeps one Pokemon alive, he could still win.
And if Ninetales just go for the Blizzard, what?
And no protects from Wahidi here, very ballsy.
Okay, no. Oh my gosh, a freeze onto the Mudsdale.
It would not matter because the eruption is going to pick up the KO, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
Gotcha going for a rock slide, Mudsdale avoiding it. Will it pick up the flinch or KO on the Torkoal?
And
Let's see the flinch. It's
frozen solid and Toko
has run out of steam. But in the end, it doesn't matter because he can still go for eruption distance or flamethrower and still pick up the KO.
I'm not gonna say anything that may cause a commentator curse, but this is very down to the wire. A 1 HP 9.
I'm unsure if I think flamethrower goes through. I'm not sure.
And yes, Mudsdale is gonna die. It's gonna be KO from the Blizzard. And
Wahidi here going for the final flamethrower here.
So proving that ice loses to fire.
That's right. Even in the snowiest of region, the steam engine puffs forward.
Yes. And we have our Premier Challenge winner for today, and it is Wahidi.
None other than Wahidi Bukri with his Hard TR matchup Lucario team, which did not see the light of day, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I think for Wahidi, I think it's a very nice little achievement for getting that.
Gets a nice little certificate.
And then some CP boost for the start of the season for him. I really hope to see him more
participate more in the future, right?
Yeah, because he's such a great player, and
yeah, and he's known to bring very interesting teams. But either way,
It's such a shame we never get to see the Garchomp and the Lurantis go in play.
yeah, man.
No, not
Would have
Garchomp,
loved
sorry,
to
the
see that.
Machamp.
Yeah, I would have loved to see the Machamp. Then we could really crown the champion Machamp.
Yes, but
proven to be the champ.
Kudos to Ismat for being able to make it to the finals with only 5 Pokemon.
Correct,
Not being
and-
able to bring his Zerkitry.
Correct, and more importantly, we like to also congratulate YD Bukri for winning the first ever Autumn Series Premier Challenger in Malaysia,
Yes.
held in Impulse Gaming Sunway brand. So
Yes. Oh, one interesting thing to note. Do you notice there was no Ultra Beast in the finals?
that is right. I mean, a bit of a tapu. I mean,
Yeah,
for,
because it's
for
not-
YD, he really brought up from the south end of the Pokédex, honestly.
Yes, and with Ismat not being able to bring Zerkitry meant that there was no Ultra Beast in the finals.
Correct. So I guess that's all for today. That's it for the first ever Autumn Series Premier Challenge in Malaysia. We will
Yes.
catch you in the next tournament. And don't forget to also catch the Ultra Sun and Moon launch event held in November when the game launches, of course.
Yes, see you guys real soon as we wrap up today. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.
Cheers.